What's the deal, gang? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? So we had some lovely buys here to start the hourly, but I guess those are gone. And what I will look for here, kind of interesting how we're printing right now, but maybe a no top wick closure on the 15 here. Be interesting here in a minute. If we can see that, maybe we will look for some top wick sells. The buys here on this previous 15 were lovely. 24 pips. But let's pay attention to what happened. What's going to happen here on this 15? You have a weekly that's massively bullish. You have a 4 hour that's really bearish. We might have sells on the next 4 hour if we don't get them here anytime soon. But we obviously would want the 15 to have no top wick here on this closure if we're going to look for that top wick sell. Zoom. Come in, Zoom gang. A lot of people at the door. Might see this candle come straight down to the next one. Alright, 15 just closed here. It's got a top wick. Closed at a sort of a resistance. Let's mark up some levels here. Excuse me. I'm up all night. My daughter got pneumonia, so she's been coughing all night for like a week. Look at this 4 hour chat. That's a massively bearish 4 hour. We're gonna need to grab bottom wicks before we come up here, if the market decides to come up. Which means be patient. We'll either get a bearish closure or closure with no top wick, or we will wait on the hourly to get this 4 hour fill of the wick. To be honest with you, there's a chance it could come down here for that. It's a 4 hour wick fill. You know what, chat? Let's see if this flips. It's COMEX open here, right? In 2 minutes. Chat, I'm gonna take a sell right here. I'm gonna wait for COMEX. I'm gonna see if COMEX open can drive us down. I just took a sell as we flipped here on the 30. I'm gonna see if COMEX open can drive us. It might push us up, but it's okay because if it does push us up, then we'll have chances for pineapples on the 4 hour. I want to see if we can drive down a bit now with this 4 hour having a massive bottom wick. So got an entry here for sells. Really a lot has to do with timing when we are in the market. Expecting some volume right now. Alright, so what I wanted to do was go break even here for a second because I don't want to come back the other way, but I'm looking for us to really re-break the low. Once we re-break the low of the current candle, then I'll go break even. I'll probably close half my position. So once this candle re-breaks its own low, I will close half. Okay, close in half at 10 here. Thanks. It ended up being 9. Pulled back at the very last second. So closed half at 9, and we're gonna see if this can drive through to the bottom of the range. It said 11. As soon as I click close, it would jump back up. But yeah, we're gonna see if the rest of this can drive through. There's no more risk on this. We closed half. Let's see if this can drive all the way to the bottom of the range. We don't really have any news today. We have, I don't think we have an orange folder, right? But we don't have any red folders. Well, that got close to our stops. I want to see if we can drive through to the bottom of the range here. Should be lovely. Okay, you're gonna close full here at 20 pips. So just closed full at 20. And I want to see how we close on the next candle. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. W. Sells plus 20. It's win number 230. Incredible. Incredible. I mean, we've been live here for only 7 minutes. We'll have more opportunities on the 4 hour. I mean, we could call it a session here, technically. We got 20 pips. Technically, we can. Sell's looking lovely. What I want to see is more closures and more bottom wicks here. Well, all you're doing is just, once again, refilling the 4 hour. Hasn't even closed yet. Once it closes, we will have more opportunities, and on the next 4 hour, I will be looking for top wick sells if we get a nice bottom wick on this 4 hour. So if we don't drive straight through, break the lows, or if we drive through all the way down and then pull back up, we'll have more opportunities on the next 4 hour candle. Kind of filled the range here. I mean, this would be it. Oh, 40 something pips. Lovely. Awesome starting the week like this, right? If it's coming to trading, what's your daily plan? To win. Just to win. Same analysis after the 4 hour. Yes, exactly. Any thoughts on the cat trade? Yeah, I'm kind of sad to see DiVincenzo go. But I think overall it made them a better team. They can compete with the Sixers. I think they can compete with the Celtics now. It's going to be all about chemistry at this point. It's all about science at this point. Awesome trade. How did you get the confirmation that it's going down? I just saw the massive 4-hour bearish candle. The chances of us flipping on it completely in the next 30 minutes are unlikely. So the next 4-hour we'll probably have sells. And if we have sells the next 4-hour and we see a rejection now off these areas, right? If we hopped on a bit earlier, we would have had a much better entry. We would have had an entry right here, right off the wick. As soon as we tap that area, right off these wicks. As we were coming up, understanding that if we are going to continue up, we're going to need to come down, retest the low. What does gold do, right? It creates a low, it finds a resistance, it fills the range. So highly likely once it finds a resistance, it'll fill this range and then make a decision. So that's what it's done. It's filled the range, right? It's not really about closures at this point. It's just prices that we have to tap, right? Price points we got to tap before moving. So if we're going to move up, we're going to need to come down, fill the range and make a decision. But if we're going to head down, no harm, no foul. We're in there. We're in sells, and then we're just gonna head down with it. And even if it broke up and went up against us, the next 4 hours closing bearish, so we would have sells as pineapples. So it's just risk-wise, risk management-wise, it made sense because it gave us multiple opportunities to manage risk in case we were wrong. Is this from your experience? This is a big reason why we trade gold. It's very technical, right? It creates support, it creates highs and lows, it retests highs and lows. It creates a range, it fills the range. Very technical pair. Look out, Wix, the 4-hour on trading view is different than 4-hour Meta 5? Yes, it is. It has nothing to do with your settings. It has to do with the broker that you're using and where they're located and what system they're using. They're probably running on a different rollover time than you are. Yeah, I stayed up all night doing my Spanish project and history project. I'm tired. Did all these projects and then one of the kids got pneumonia. Now I gotta finish the science project. What do you study, university? No, but I got 3 kids who are in school, so technically it's all my projects. Whatever projects they get, technically I do them. Well, technically they do them, but realistically, they're my projects. Wait a minute, you're in school? No. Got these projects, man. And then the teacher's like, well, how come you didn't do the homework with them? I'm like, well, if you did the schoolwork with them, they wouldn't have to show up at home asking me how to do the homework. Fucking teachers. Oh, man. Can you check my Discord? Name Alexander H. Oh, my people told me, yeah, you sent a whole bunch of messages. I'll look at them once I have some free time. I'm dumb busy the last few days.
Mike Sinner is playing now against Lehechka. Sinner
Alright, who's
He's
talking?
playing against Lehechak.
Alright, we're gonna mute you. That was Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits. You gotta mute yourself when you're talking to somebody. Let him cook. Whatever he said, let him cook. He was onto something. True. You rate gold heading down way further than where we are. I would like it to come down to like 2600 areas. Oh yeah, off 2600. I can see us driving. Well, let's look at the daily. We'll probably want to retest the previous daily high, which we just did. I'm sorry, the weekly right here. 2625. Probably heading down here. 2625 areas. Damn, this is a 150 pip range. Wow, just this is 150 pips, gang, right here. That's crazy. That's 150 pips. Yeah, we're gonna look for sells on the 4-hour for sure. Oh, the 30 just closed. 30 closed holding this little area here to the left. So there's no sells here, no positions here right now. The range is all the way down to here, so we're gonna see if we can fill this range, but I don't know if we're gonna look for that on this 30 or the next 4-hour. No bottom wick here on the 30, huh? If I was a betting man, I would say this should flip, but I would really like this to pull up higher so we can get a much better entry on the 4-hour. Alright, so this could flip, drive straight through, but you want the optimal entry. I think the optimal entry here is not right above this support, but below it once you get a closure, or the 4-hour top wick, which would make this support more or less irrelevant. This is a minor support in relation to the 4-hour. But the 30 flipped here. There it goes, coming down. damn it. I was saying there's nothing wrong with taking the position here and taking the top of country on 30 or the flip. But if we already got a W today, right, there's nothing wrong with being patient and waiting to set up for a higher quality position. And the 4 hour would probably be a higher quality position than this 30 minute, even though this 30 minute makes sense as well. Anyway, drop a light. How do we check? I only see 170 people watching. How? We got a 20 pip W. How's only 170 of you in here? Oh, that's a YouTube thing. I see there's 500 something. Never mind. 562, yeah. I don't know. YouTube is fucking. It's telling me I have 7 likes and 170 watching. Shadow ban still? I think so. Fake news. Well, that reminds me. Let's check the news. God, bank holiday. Oh, at 1:55, Powell speaks. He took my charger. You're funny. Close the door, please. Just quietly. Why don't you open a second channel and start growing that? For what? What's the point of a second channel then? To do the same thing we do here? Extra work? As a robber friend, he vanished.
American Express got a hitman looking for me.
Oh man. For the shadow ban. Yeah, I think I opened another one. I don't feel like building it for another 2 years to 20,000. You sick like always? No, I'm not sick. You sick like always? No, I've been sick over the weekend, the last few weekends, because school started last month and all the kids are coming back home sick. When you have kids, the first weeks of school, especially if it's like you're just starting school, kindergarten or first grade, they get really sick all the time. What would you need to see in order to take sells when the previous 4 hour closed respecting a range and the current 4 hour has no top wick? I wouldn't care for the current 4 hour. It's highly unlikely that we're going to retest these highs fucking 200 pips up. It's likely, but if we're going to drive up there, we're going to grab bottom wicks and orders, right? The market, besides finding a support, right? The market would also grab bottom wicks and drive, right? So we're going to play that understanding that no matter if we come up or come down, the market's going to need to grab orders to drive against us. So we're going to play the fact that it's going to need to do that and see if we can get sells. Right? We're going to play this right here, right? Or maybe even the top wick to the flip on the 4 hour. If the new hour opens with no top wick and fills the range down, we will reevaluate and no, I will not look for buys if that happens. You ideally want a closure outside of this wick right here to the left. It's still a rejection area, and this is like very recently that we're only going through 2600, 2500, right, on our drive to all-time highs. So this level hasn't really been established on the higher time frame, only on the smaller time frame. And this 1 minute level here could turn into a 5, 15, 30, because we haven't really been here to establish anything here. Just kind of drove up through here, and now we're going to come back down through here, right? This was the only time we were ever here, right here. Eight 40. $20 minutes here for the 4-hour close. What's the room here on the break of that previous 5? That's where a lot of people get into trouble, right? Settling for a position when a higher probability one is coming right up. Re-breaking its own low, huh? Or re-breaking the previous 30. Interesting. Just looking at it, if this is to drive up, it's going to need a stronger push off the bottom. It's having a hard time breaking that high. It's attempted that a few times now. Chat, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a sell right here. We're gonna take another sell. Oof. Can we push it down a bit here? Looking to re-break the current low that we've made and go break even. Right. I don't know if we just re-broke it. No, it didn't. Almost did. We almost re-broke that low. Oh, shit. Shit. I mistyped my stop, and my stop took me out right where we are, so I just re-entered another position right on the same spot. But for your purposes, it doesn't matter. 15 closed here. Last 15 of this 4 hour. There's a chance the last 15 pulls back, but we will still have sells. We will still have sells on the next 4 hour. This is a lovely, lovely push and closure on the 15 that drove us straight through. It's a lot of range. Negative RR is goated. Yeah, negative RR could be goated. I know you see it pushing up, but I'm looking at the 4 hour. I'm looking at us really coming down heavy here. We might have stacked positions on the next 4 hour. Possible. Yeah, it was a strong push up, so I don't think we'll come down and reflip here on this 15. Highly unlikely, because that was a strong push up. But if we do, great. If we don't, top wick sells in the next 4 hour. Very simple. Already in? Yeah, I'm just looking at the volume we have. Right, this 2 hour candle is massively bearish. That's a strong ass top wick that it grabbed. I don't trade off the 2 hour, but I look at it for confluence. So it just makes sense to have a lot of volume to drive through here, right? Ooh, reflipping. If this 15 flips, chat, we're gonna take another sell, like right here. Just took another sell. 15 flipped. We got that 15 flip and rebreak of the lows. Let's see what it can do here. Can we come down? That was a strong push. That came down, rebroke the low of the current 15 and did not drive. So I have an entry at 65.9, at 35.9, and at 35.4. That's my 2 entries. So you can see the 15 closed, the 5 closed bullish. The 15 is still bearish, but the 5 closed bullish here. So if we start coming up here, that's because we finally found support on a smaller time frame. But the higher time frame is still massively bearish. Could have had some sells off a top wick here. That was possible from this area. I didn't recognize that as we're coming up. Got a 15 low, we just rejected. Yeah, that's fine. We have smaller time frame levels here. We have minor levels here. Remember I said it's okay. We see this on, we see 26.36.5, but it's a minor level in relation to the 4 hour that we're gonna look to trade here in 8 minutes. You are in a good sales, never happened. The market's 39, doesn't tap 30, 40, and buys from here. Your TP hits only, then I can enter my trade. Okay, but my TP is going to be a while for it to hit. It's going to be the next 4 hour, right? So you're looking for this 4 hour to close. You might see a 5 or 1 flip, 5 flip, but it's going to be, I think, the next 4 hour for us to really see the drive. Or for us to really see the price break the lows here. All these rejection wicks, right? Off the 5. We need a rebreak of the low. Right? A rebreak of the previous 5 low. Oh, whoa, 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 go back. Sorry. How did the 5 close? Oh, close bullish. Five minutes here for the 4 hour. I gotta be honest with you, if we didn't enter the initial positions, once this 5 flipped, we probably would have been in here, regardless. Expecting the bottom of the range and the 4 hour closure to bring us down. Three minutes here for the 4 hour to close. So this is bad and good, because bad because we have positions down there, but good because the initial momentum on the 4 hour is going to be for a top wick. Why do we always get more views in drawdown? Well, that's the thing. Remember I asked last week? We didn't have drawdown at all last week. It was like, do I need to sit in drawdown for people to start showing up? Our first drawdown of the week. Where's your stop loss? Oh, it's not here. It's definitely not here. I don't have a stop loss, but it's higher. It will be higher. It'll be like up there. We got 1 minute here on this 4 hour. And really curious to see how we open up. there's a chance we open up with a bottom wick. Chat, we're going to take a sell right here, right now, where we are. So just took a sell right here. There's a chance the next 4 hour comes down first, but if it doesn't, we're going to look for a top wick sell as well. So as price starts coming up here, we will look for another sell off the 4 hour opening. Okay. All right, 4 hour just closed. I'm gonna take another sell right here. So just took a sell right as we made a top wick over here. Gonna look for the 4 hour to really come down here. At least 26.36. We have a leg candle on the previous 30-minute. So even if we come up, we break the highs and make a top wick, I'll still expect us to break that low. Got a leg candle here on the 30. So yeah, you might see price come up, but I'll still expect to break that though. All right, chat, and take another sell right here if I can actually click the button. Come on. All right, so just took another sell right where we are right here, making a top wick. Four-hour candle. Might see an hour of driving up before we come down, but until we get a bullish closure and back up above 26.50, I'm gonna have to leave my positions open because we're gonna have to grab bottom wicks in order to make a decision, up or down. So even if you see a heavy pull up, I'm still off the idea that we're gonna eventually make a bottom wick for the 4-hour to Hi beautiful, what's up? Gorgeous, how are you? Coughing? It's okay. You can have a seat. Sit or go watch Disney or something. You wanna watch Disney? Here. You don't wanna? Okay. I know how you feel. Throat hurts? You gotta wait till noon, I'll give you your antibiotics. Previous 15, no top wick. 30, leg candle. Yeah, baby. What's up? You're behind me back? You got my back? Awesome. You wanna eat? We'll make some food right now in a minute. Where's your Hello Kitty? That's a good question. Where is your Hello Kitty? A what? Kitty? Alright, hold on. Let's find it. Sorry, gang. Kids are crying. The kids is crying. They want the Hello Kitty toys. All right, gang. I'm closing full here at 20 pips in profit. Okay. Boom. Everything closed. Just closed full right as we tap the bottom of this line, that right there. Whoops. Closed full right there. How? What do you mean how? One position minus 18 or 17. One position minus 21. One position plus 27. One position plus 13, plus 14. And one position plus 10. So 5 positions total. Combined total between all of them is 20 pips. You stacked last entry? Nope, I had 5 separate entries. Yeah, baby. Give me a second, chat. Hold on. I gotta find something for the good one. Okay, hold on 1 second. Here, I'll print a few. Give me a second, chat. I gotta print her Hello Kitty picture. Which one? Pick one. This one? Okay. If you give me a second, I'll print a few. No, she wants her Hello Kitty picture that I was supposed to print out for her. Alright, I still think the 4 hour needs to come down, grab a steeper wick, but I'm done messing around with this little range. Once we get out of it, then I'll mess around with it more. Still have original position open? No, I closed full. Let me count what it came out to. Okay, that came out to 13 pips. I thought it was 20. Yeah, I promise you it's going to be just as pretty as your sister's. You don't have to be upset, okay? All right? Come here, give me a hug. Don't be upset. Give me a hug. I love you. Go, have a seat. I'll print it for you. Give me a minute. It's gonna be just as pretty as your sister's. Don't worry. She's over here pissed at me, chat. Just sitting next to me, staring me down. That's why you never go big on your first position. You leave enough margin to take pineapples in the future. Absolutely. Depending on your style of trading. No, I use 0.05 a lot, but I trade with a balance of 500, so I can afford to take multiple entries. In my case, it's not about using big lots. It's about the small capital. You know, with smaller capital, I tell everybody to take your profits much quicker than if you have a bigger account. With a smaller account, I say take risk off the table, secure the bacon, right? Secure the bag as often and as soon as possible, right? You hit your advantage point, secure full, right? The key is not to risk your small account at all. You need that account to grow, right? You can add a little bit of risk, leave some runners, right? Put on more risk because you have a bigger account, right? And you can take on that margin, but on a smaller account, you really want to be able, the key is to approach the next trade with a bigger account, right? You want to slowly but surely grab your pips, right? You want to secure a bit more aggressively than you would if you were on a bigger account, right? Because the key, you're on a smaller account, you're not going to grow that to 100k, right? So 200k, you can, but the key to growing that is just taking risk off the table all the time, because you don't have much that you can risk, right? So when I was growing a smaller account, I would definitely secure, you know, a lot faster. That's my point. First trade didn't go into profit, but I'm taking the trade. Remember when I took the trade, I took it with the understanding that the higher time frame, regardless of how far we start pulling back, it'll eventually have to come down and grab a bottom wick. And I'm still off that thought process. Just once the market gave us a chance to manage risk, right now, and we're still in this range, we can just play a higher probability of getting out of this range first. Yeah, and then I closed to profit due to the extra trades, yeah. My bro, I think 0.05 is big for 500. I think it's too much for 500 also, but it depends on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to learn? Did you get a loss? No, we got a W. 13. Oh, might make that bottom wick now. I agree the analysis is there, but not everyone can take multiple positions. It has nothing to do with using small lots. It's just not everyone has large capital in their account. That's all. Well, I'm sure if you took that with a 0.01, you would have no issues at putting 5 positions on there, maybe even 10 positions. I mean, if you take 6 pineapples and stops of 200 pips, you got to under risk heavy. Yep. Yep. I learned my lesson off that 500 pip loss when the market gave us a chance to get out. We spoke about it too on during the Sunday private session that week when I took that big loss like a month ago. Said the market gave us a chance to get out, right? We were down like 2 or 3 pips and I was like, no, let's get it to even, and those 2 or 3 pips cost me 500. And I was like, we tapped the level. Why didn't I close based on the levels? Why was I sitting there trying to close at break even, not see any red? And it just made no sense. It was just being stubborn. How do you trade lots in US? Offshore. Offshore and unregulated. I'm just saying, for it to be a win, the original trade has to be in profit or at least BE. Well, it depends. We had 5 positions, right? So a combined of those 5 positions was 13. I thought it was 20, but considering this, the spread on all 5 positions as you close, right? It's 20 minus spread on 5 positions came out to 13. It doesn't matter how you do it as long as you get a W. What amount did you start with when you first started, and did you grow? So this account here, the initial deposit was like 5 grand on this account. Then I traded and then I added more. There's roughly, in the account that I'm trading, there's roughly 40,000 of my own funds that's been added over time. So this account, you can say $40,000, but I didn't start with 40. I just added over time, right? I started with 5. I grew it to like 10, 12, and I added another 10, and then, you know, when I had the next opportunity, I added another 10, and then this account has a total of roughly, I think 42,000, 41,800 of mine. I think 41,800. I think I did the math before. It's 41,800 is what I've deposited into this account. And I've had 3 withdrawals total that have combined for over 200. So like I've made my money back, and everything in this account is technically house money. I agree with you, Wix. I'm just speaking on behalf of those who couldn't take the pineapples. I think everyone could have taken them had you managed your risk appropriately. It would be wise to add, yeah, once you have confidence, and the only way you have confidence is seeing blues in your terminal. I see red in my terminal. Well, once you start seeing blues, then that's going to build confidence. Nothing builds confidence like seeing blues in your terminal. Doesn't matter if they're 10 cents, $1, or $100, or 1,000. As long as you're seeing blues in your terminal and it's consecutive, that'll build confidence for your next trade. And if you're seeing red, I see red, red, red. Go to your head. It's a good song. My last losing streak, or the only losing streak I think we had this year, was 3 in a row, and that was a couple of months ago. I think we started the month, I think in like June or July. My first 3 trades of the month were losses. Like it was the first time ever in the 3 years that we've been streaming that we had 3 straight losses. And you know what I did? I was extra careful in taking my positions. I wouldn't take that initial position that we had, like or the second position that we had. I'd probably be waiting on this 4 hour to get my guaranteed win, right? To get my highest probability chance of winning, right? I wouldn't have taken those previous trades with a lower probability. I would have waited for this, and once I get this tomorrow, I probably wait for the same thing and just get 2 or 3 W's under my belt, right? Just to get that confidence going. And that's what I did. I was extra picky because my goal was not to just win the next trade. I wanted to be extra picky so I could go on a little streak, go on a run, right? And in order for me to do that, I had to wait for the higher time frames. So what I did was those 2 days, the next 2 or 3 days after that, I think I had 1 trade a day, but it was the higher quality trade. We ended up winning like 18, 20 in a row after that. Issue as an Australian is we are capped at 1 to 30 leverage. I promise you on this trade, I was less than at 1 to 30 leverage. Definitely. I definitely do not use my whole leverage or margin. No, we're close. I'm really under risking. Are you trading where Powell speaks? No, we'll be off the charts and we'll be touching some grass, smoking some grass, and getting some sun. Do we need to flip the tape? Yeah, we do need to flip the tape. NYC open coming up here. You might see a heavy push. But like, don't be discouraged, even if you've taken an L, right? There shouldn't be, you shouldn't get down on yourself. Remember, chat, you're only 1 win away from everyone acting like they saw the vision from the start. Okay? And nobody sees the vision except you. You'll only see it once it comes to fruition. Just remain stoic, remain principled, right? No matter what happens, be you. Right, chat? Oh, for real. Yeah, be real, for real. Right? Because you can go broke and get money again. But you can't be fake and then real again. Right? So be you, be real, and don't start, don't start switching up. You really about it? Or do you just say you're about it when things are going good and then switch up? As I said, you can go broke and get money again, but you can't become fake and then become real again. That ain't gonna work. I know there were a lot of haters. There were a lot of haters on that trade as it was riding against me, as it was coming up in drawdown, right? Right? A lot of people that would be real fake. Yeah, a lot of people preying on our downfall. right? But let me tell you something, Chad. Whoever counted me out can't count. Straight up. Yep. The Hello Kitty request again, chat. Is anyone still holding that position for the 4 hour? Someone's holding it. Yeah, there's. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. So I could have bet. I could have bet anything. I'm surprised that Nate is holding it, Mr. 10 Pips. But all right, Hank, Gene, Husky. Yeah, that I'm not surprised with. It must come down. Yes, 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 yes. None of it must. It just logically, that's what you would expect on the 4 hour before it makes any kind of decision. You see, you guys are so lucky I asked that, because some of you are sitting there and still in the position and just like, fuck, I'm the only one stuck in this shit. I'm in drawdown. I'm the only one still in this. See, no, chat, there's a whole bunch of you. You got support here. Don't think you're the only one. There's a lot of yous. It's just, be careful. It's had a few, it gave you a few chances to come down. I think it's gonna grab orders at the very least right here, right, to create that shoulder. We gotta wait. 2636995. Is there going to be more trades? I'm looking for more trades. I'm not done, but we're printing here side by side for now. So I'd really want to push out of this range, up or down. I'd want to push out. Be careful here, because this flips. You've grabbed the bottom wick here on the smaller time frame. Ugly 5? I wouldn't say it's ugly, because it's closing bearish here in 10 seconds, right? So you just need a top wick on the next 5 and finish the range down. I wouldn't say that it's ugly, because you're getting an actual closure that's bearish, right? And the 30 flip, right? I'm sorry, the 15. The 1 hour. 30, the 15, the 1 hour. The 1 hour flipped. I think that 5 actually did you good. Yeah, I hope this pushes down heavy for you guys. I hope you guys make way more than I did. 30 pip drop right here. That would make me happy. It would make you guys happy, and it would make me happy. This is right where we close. Right now, where we are is where we closed all positions when it came down here last time. Right here. Just got out after 3 pineapples a B. W. Great risk management. Damn, I should have got out. No, give it a minute. Said, damn, I should have gotten out. Well, it's not going to be that pretty if the 5 breaks the previous 5 high. I'll tell you that much, because then you're coming up for the 4 hour, right? So. But if you're really confident, look at this 4 hour. This 4 hour is a long candle. You have 3.5 hours in this 4 hour candle. In the next 3.5 hours, you're going to need to create a bottom wick and tap support here before making a decision. $36.5 TP. It's depending on your entry, but that's a good place to close out, right? That's a support that you might retest. You're highly likely to retest. My issue is we've had a chance to drive down a few times, right? It's literally tried 1, 2, 1, 2. This is the 3rd attempt to come down here. 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick. This 3rd attempt to re-break this area. We spoke about this earlier, right? How technical gold is. Create a low, found a resistance, filled the range. How do you know it's going to fill the range, right? Someone asked, because that's historically that's how gold acts, right? Once it creates a low, it retests the low. How does it retest the low? It'll need to create a resistance. Once you find a resistance, you fill the range. Right? And if you put your trust in the higher time frame, as we keep talking about it, you would have nothing to worry about. This is the 3rd time it's trying to break this. So like the more times you bang on a wall, right, the easier it becomes to break, right? Take a hammer to a wall and hit the same spot. Every single time you've hit it, after the first time, it gets easier and easier to smash through. The same idea here on price, right? The more times you've hit the same level, there's more chances of it pushing through that area. There's your full TP if you want to take it. Right. We also said this, we have the shoulder area. So this is the first area you might see a rejection in, all right? So understand that part. This is where you might see a rejection because this is that shoulder area. If it breaks through here, you're heading to the overall. And if it breaks through that, we can look for more positions. Hard the first time, but easier to smash second and third time. Got it. We're not talking about dating here, bro. He's sitting there over there like, damn it. Trust me. When you get out of work, right? When you're done with work and you leave work and you're like, all right, now I gotta go, you know, meet women, right, and go take them out, take them for lunch, like, you know, hope they like you, and you know all this shit, right? Sometimes it's just easier to go home to your wife and kids. Ah, man. You understand the concept nicely. Yes. Well, gold's doing what we just spoke about. I mean, gold's being gold, right? It's doing everything we'd expect it to do. None of this is unexpected. So now that you've created that bottom wick for the 4 hour, right? You've pretty much filled the range. You've on the smaller time frame, you have your, you know, you've retested the shoulder area to the left. With volume, you'll probably retest the lows here, and then you'll look to see if you can re-break the lows. Just closed with 10 pips. That's a W. Long as you got a win. Long as you got a W. Any of you know what the outcome was from Wix's? Oh, yeah. So what they did was they didn't get rid of those positions. They gave me a credit. They just gave me a credit. And they said that this isn't something that they do typically, and that I should know that it's high volume time when I'm trading. Which, like, I was just like, whatever. Where's my money? Because I checked the balance and it wasn't there, and then this morning it was there. So they just gave me a credit. It's 38,700. So they just deposited 38 grand. There's your 4 hour break of the lows. So this is good. This is good. Gold's doing what gold's supposed to do. There we go. Husky just smashed that trade. Good shit, bro. That's why I'll be streaming or making content soon. Nobody would have gotten the deposit. You know, honestly, I don't think I would have gotten it back if I didn't tell them who I was. If I didn't tell them that. I read you guys the email that I sent to them, right? I gotta go back to the email. I wrote something like, I've been patient not revealing to my audience which broker is giving me such crazy trouble, but I will if this isn't resolved. And I told them who I was, and I think that had a lot to do with it. Because if we just start bad-mouthing them here every stream, I don't think it would do them good. And I also said I don't think it would do me any good, so I told them I would rather work together than work against each other, right? It's a big advantage for being a streamer. Do you know who I am? No, it definitely wasn't like that. I didn't approach it like, do you know who I am? Because I don't think they would have been like, who, you know, man, get the fuck out of here. But when I told them like, hey, like I'm actually like, you know, I want to work together, and like I'm interested in not, you know, putting forks in the road for each other. I think they were like, all right, very, very sensible, and let's do right by him. Damn, this is giving me down blueberry market vibes. Yeah, well, you trade negative RR. That's why. Soon Wix will announce a PAM. No, there's no PAM coming. There might be other things coming, but I don't think it's a PAM. Tough here on that 30, right? If you're looking for the NYC open and that push, you started making a bottom wick. So I wouldn't take any positions off the 30, even though it's NYC open, because you didn't get that top wick. There was a chance you make this bottom wick and just drive up. If you talk with a point of view where you give them feedback and be very calm about it, people usually listen. I had to learn that through experience. I've cursed out many brokers in my day where they just stop communications with me, right? Like Hugo's, like LMFX, like where they're just like, fuck off. Your broker solved the problem. Yeah, we just spoke about it over the last 10 minutes, Daniel. This may be yelling on the phone. No, but like, I've learned that even if someone's wrong, if you approach the conversation from the standpoint of like, you owe me, nobody will listen, right? But if you approach it from the standpoint of, let's just, let's do right and work together, and we're here to, to really help each other grow, then it kind of puts it across as like, I'm on their team, I want to see them succeed and I want to succeed with them. So like, I gave them that vibe. Four hours falling. We spoke about this. The 4 hour, whether up or down, at some point, we don't know when in the 4 hour, right? At some point in the 4 hour, we had to come down, make the bottom wick. Whether we are gonna come up or down, we don't know. We know that the 4 hour needed to make the bottom wick to make that decision. It's filled the range here. It's made that bottom wick. Now, if it wants to continue down, it could. If it wants to continue up, it would make sense. It's made that bottom wick. It's grabbed orders to come back up. The probability of it coming back up is less likely than it is continuing down with all the bearish direction we had the entire day, right? Market doesn't turn around on one candle, right? The market takes some time. It'll come down, it'll come back up, right? It doesn't come up in straight lines, right? It'll come back down. You get this, right? There's a lot of things that need to happen. You'll get this. The market will need to make a U-turn. When you're driving on the highway, you can't just slam on your brakes, turn around, go the other way, right? You have to get off the exit, right? You have to get off the exit. You have to do, right? You get off the exit, and you have to, go around, right? And you probably have to come back onto the exit, and and then you can drive. So the same thing here. You can't just turn around on the highway and go back the other way. You'll have to get off, you'll have to do a U-turn, get back, and then come back up. It can happen. Now, all of this, right? All of this can happen on a 5. It can happen on a smaller time frame, as long as you recognize that it's happening, right? That you're getting that U-turn. But you're not going to get, or 99% of the time, it can happen, but 99% of the time, you're not going to get this just heading up the other way. The market doesn't move in straight lines like this. Yeah, we came out nice holding longer. Like I said, most of you will probably get more than me if you hold. Did I miss the trade? You missed 6 trades. You missed 6 positions, 2 trades, 2 ideas, 6 positions. Chat, how many of you guys saw Huss Mully on Hot Wings? How many of you guys seen Huss on Riz's show? Yo, he was chewing and sniffling. He talked about risk management, and then all of a sudden the camera cuts to him, and he goes, "Fuck." Yo, I was on the floor. The camera cut to him, and he said, "Fuck." Oh my god, what a trip. What did he say? He said, "Fuck, what unit is that?" He was like mid-conversation about risk management, and he's just like, "Fuck, what unit is that?" Off for the day, see ya? Alright, congrats. You're off for September. You put the link? No, it's not my channel, but you got... Just type it up, you'll find it. Wow, look at this top wick. That 15 closed with no bottom wick. That was the tell there, right? If you were in sells, once that closed no bottom wick, you're closing there. You're closing full there. Congrats on the anniversary from yesterday. Oh yeah, it was my anniversary with my wife yesterday. It wasn't yesterday, it was the day before yesterday. It was on Saturday. 14 years. 14 short years. Yeah, we've been together longer than some of you have been alive. Saturday. Did you make 40, John? I didn't say we were together for 40 years. 14. 40 years. Yeah, I look good for 60 then. Together with your wife 16 years? Damn. We are a rare breed. You got an ankle bracelet too? Short-haired Wix 9 was a different animal. Now he a fucking beast. Yeah, she posted pictures of me when we just met. And I'm just like bald. Just army cut. Also 3 kids? Bro, I swear, we're a rare breed. They don't make them like us no more. I ask cause I'm not sure. Do anyone make real shit anymore? Ankle bracelet. Oh, yes. I know you're waiting on your Hello Kitty. Once I'm done here, we'll get you a Hello Kitty. Kid number 3 on the way in November. Congratulations, that's beautiful. Oh, hey, stop making faces. Don't do it. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I used to hate those people in school when they're like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Oh, yeah? I'm touching you. Geez, am I the youngest here? No, I think age-wise, I think Hank is the youngest one here. No one could doubt it's your daughter. She's a clone of you? Yes, she is.
No, I'm not.
One more question. We are currently breaking out of a range, but we close within the range. Is it possible to look for sells down? Okay, yeah, you can if you get a fake out. So the fact that we're closing back in range right now is not the fake out here, as we have bearish momentum. Hold on a second, baby. Right? You see the 15 closing back in range. So you can still look for sells, but you would need that next 15 to close bearish first back below range, right? This would be your fake out. If we do this, then we have a fake out. Us closing back in range right now is not a fake out. A fake out is if we close back in range and then come back down and close here. That's the fake out to continue up. Right now, closing back in range, you're thinking it's going to come up. And once this fakes out and closes back outside it, then you can look for this. Okay. No more trades today? No, why? Why do you say that? It's possible, probably no more trades, yeah, depending on how we act, how we close. You definitely don't want a bullish closure, but I'm gonna be here for the first 15 of the next hourly of this 10 a.m. candle. I want to see if we're able to close back below the range for a fake out, and then we'll look for positions. If not, then we'll call it a day with 2 wins. All right, so that's what I just said. I'm gonna look for a closure below here. Wow, why are you pulling my beard? You're funny without even trying to be funny. You have a contagious laugh, you know that? You make me laugh just by laughing. That's my beard. Let go.
No.
So, we're just close back in range. I'm going to look for this next 15. Right, to close below range. If it stays, so I'm gonna look for this 15 to do something like this. If we can do this, I'll look for positions on the next 15 candle. Or even better, this would be even better. If we can close below there, then we're looking to finish the range down here, right? Closing below this resistance. So let's see how this 15 plays. But if it makes this bottom wick and drives up, then we'll probably call it a session once this 15's closed. Right, we're looking for that higher probability trade. We already have 2 dubs under our belt. So that's what we will look for. We'll wait for that fake out to the downside. The 30 closed below. The 30 closed below the most recent, but not the overall, right? The overall, if you're looking at it on the 30, would be right here. You really want closures below here. Because below this area, every time you close below, you drive down, right? You close below here, finish the range. This one just drove straight through. This one respected, finished the range. Right? So we don't have a moment when we close below and then continue up. Every time we close below here, we finish the range down. So that's what we want to wait for, that closure below to finish the range down. Oh, I see people chatting in the Zoom chat. Sorry, gang. I don't really check Zoom chat during the stream. There's too many chats to check. So, too many screens to look at, right? Between the terminal and Discord and YouTube and Zoom and TradingView. There's just too many screens for me to check. So I don't really check on the Zoom chat. So if you guys are chatting there and you have questions for me, just bring it over to the YouTube side. I try to read almost everything on YouTube. And those of you that have been here for a while that show up on a daily, you guys know I read almost every comment when I can, when the chat's not like flying. Right, I try to read. Then gonna call it. I'm gonna wait on this 15 closure. I want to see how we close, and then I might play the relationship of this closure in the next candle opening. Can we tank 2600? Well, 2600 was what I said I wanted to see when we opened up the stream. Like, I would love to see 2600 for some swing positions. All right, we see 2600. We're going to look for swings, for some swings to the upside. We might even have a buy limit here as we come back to 2600 right here. Right off that wick. 26.454. Whenever we do start coming down there, I think we might even see that tomorrow, or I don't know if we'll see that today, but if we see that tomorrow, we'll have buy limits here tomorrow. Yeah, somebody clip this for tomorrow because we're going to be talking about having that buy limit. Yeah, the swings will be amazing. They'll also come with like 1,000 pip stop. Like a 1,300 pip stop. Yeah, this little area here, this range is 160 pips. That's friggin' wild. That was clean range here. You guys are funny. What else? Got 8 minutes here for this 15 to close. All right, closes below here. That's your fake out. You know what I didn't do today, chat? Damn. All City lapped me like 3 times this morning already on that weed smoke. Damn, bro. Hit the blicky. Or I haven't even rolled the blicky. About to get freaky with the blicky. Hey, yo. We're waiting. We're waiting 6 more minutes for this 15 closure. Will we get a closure belowsion? Chat, drop a like if you were here for both dubs. Sub to the channel. Turn on your notifications. But drop a like if you've learned anything today. Found some value in today's stream. If you got a dub with us, drop some likes. Yeah. Running low on some weed here. That's why you haven't smoked. I was wondering why you were low on energy. Oh. Like you guys have pre-workout, I have pre-trade, right? And pre-trade. Yo, where's that dude pre-market fuel? We haven't seen him in a while. Red Bull gives you wings and diabetes. Pick your poison. The only L you like to take, it's with the Zaza, yeah. It's the only time I like to get smoked. Chat, if aliens don't smoke weed, they are not welcome here. I need some weed smoking aliens. I need a little gray to show up at my door and be like, yeah, not take me to your leader, but take me to your dealer. Same spelling, just in different order. Just want an alien at my door, just take me to your dealer. Yeah, I fuck with some aliens if they did that. But if not, they can go back to wherever they came from. Fucking Alpha Centaurians are not welcome. You want a what? You want a Hello Kitty? I'll print one right after I'm done here. I promise you. $15 close below does avoid the 30 no top wick. No, we're just gonna need to come up and grab a top wick if the 15 closes below. We're gonna need to come up, grab a top wick. So you need a few things. You need a closure below this area, the most recent. You're gonna need a bottom wick to be left here, and you're gonna need the next candle to drive off of something. Ideally here. And if we can do that, we will look for positions. Two minutes here. Are you mocking me? I said 2 minutes here. She's over there in the chat. 2 minutes here. Any scenario for buys? No, not at this point. Yeah, we rebroke that low, huh? All right. 30 seconds. Love you. Okay, we close. We need a top wick before the wick fill. Okay, so we've created a bottom wick here first, which means I can't take a top wick entry, right? So we're gonna need to tap a resistance here, ideally 2634 areas, and then re-break the low, and then I can look for a position here. But if it fills this wick with no top wick, we'll probably just call it. Yeah, that's kind of lame. So I wanted this wick to be our advantage point here, right? That's about 12 pips, but you're a potato. Give me 1 second, potato. Hourly no top wick. I'm fine with it. I would be fine with the hourly and the 30 no top wick. It wouldn't matter if we can come up and grab a top wick on this candle, right? And the top wick doesn't mean just make a top wick like this, right? It means come up here and bounce off a resistance with a top wick, right? If we started coming up first, we're probably looking at a top wick entry somewhere around here, and the flip is our advantage point, right? Maybe even this. But now that we filled this area first, we can reject up, and I have no guarantee that it will come back down. We have a bottom wick already, so the likelihood of it coming down, I mean, it's still there, but it goes down a bit, right? You go from like 80% to like 70 to 60, and right, we're not going to settle here. The key is not to settle. The key is to take our optimal position that we have a really high probability to win and a real high likelihood of having a chance to manage risk if we're wrong, right? And the best area is up here with a top wick. But now that we filled this area, no top wick, and we're continuing down, at some point this candle needs to pull back up and create a top wick. So I am not in here. Maybe it'll happen on 30 or the 1, but I think I'm going to call it a stream here. My kids are sitting here asking for for Hello Kitty stuff. So yeah, let's call it a session. Been a great session. We tried. We waited for this closure to see if we get our top wick. We didn't get it. 2 dubs today. Regardless, still a nice W day. Great closure to the month. A great opening to the week. Tomorrow is the 1st of October, our day 1 of Q4, right? Quarter 4, 3/4 of the year, 75% of the year is over with. We start Q4 tomorrow. Right, chat? So Q4, yeah, and we're clutch, right? Right, we play the entire quarter, right? Because we're very clutch. That's right. High five. Chat, call into the session here. Thank you guys for showing up and keeping me company while I took 2 dubs. While you guys took a few dubs with me. Appreciate all of you. I think I figured it out. We need some drawdown in order to bring in some viewers. That's how it works. We get more viewers when we sit through a little bit of drawdown before we win. Anyway, that's our session. Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. Zoom gang, I'll see you guys on the Clubhouse side. And YouTube, appreciate you guys for showing up. Love and wisdom to you all. September's in the books. New week just started. We're starting a new month tomorrow. And as for me, my time here for today is up. And chat, just like that, another New York session is in the books. Enjoy your day, everybody. Now get your Hello Kitty. All right, I got you.